Well, how do you do, everybody? Welcome to baseball action as the Wilmette Waves take on the Palatine Pirates in Connie Mack baseball. First game of a three-game set between the two teams. Mike Maiska leading it off. Pitch outside the ball. And another one outside the ball. Andrew Costa on the mound. And ball four. Leadoff walk. And Brent Penrose, the batter for the Pirates. And a little comebacker off the leg, and everybody going to be safe. Little infield single. Jack Hopper, the batter. So 2 out, nobody out. Squares the butt, takes a pitch outside the ball. And a little bunt. Sacrifice going to work, move the runners along. And J.T. Streepy, the batter. And takes a strike on the inside corner. Swinging a bit straight. Matt Helms on deck. High and outside the ball. Swing and a miss, strike three, and Streepy down, 2 down. Matt Helms, the batter. Yeah, strike one. Be sure to join us here on the network. We're here all summer. We will be here in the fall as well, starting our 32nd year of cable coverage, sports coverage. On the television end, we were in radio for a couple of years before that. And press and everything else. In our 47th year of high school sports outside of ball. A pitch and a high pop-up on the infield. Second baseman, take it back. The first baseman takes it for the out. And we're down with the top half of the first inning. No runs, a hit, and 2 left. Go to the bottom half of the frame, and Kyle Capone leading it off. And pitch low ball. Capone, Camarco, and Dylan Horvitz batting. Ball low and inside. And a pitch low ball. Again, strike. Capone thought differently, but is what the ump Calls it. Ain't it? Ground ball. Third baseman over to first. 1 up, 1 down. Anthony Clarko, the batter. And pitch outside the ball. Bottom half of the first inning. Scooped that and fouled away. Swing and a miss. Strike. Calarco batting. 1 out. And a little ground ball. Second baseman with it. Over to first in time. 2 up, 2 down. And Dylan Horvitz, the batter. And the ball inside. Swing and a miss. Strike. And a little foul ball. Off to the left. And a high fly ball. Shallow right. Taken for the out. And the Waves go quietly in the first. At the end of 1, no score between Palatine and Wilmette. We'll be back. This is the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message into public interest from the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Top of the second inning. No score. Jake Mortal, the batter. Strike. Andrew Cost on the mound for Wilmette. Pitch high ball. These two teams have had a rather lengthy history dating back to American Legion days. Pitch high ball. For the last 6 years, Connie Mack days. Tough little liner. Caught by the second baseman for the out. 1 up, 1 out. Little foul tip. That one stung a little bit. Outside the ball. We're here at New Trier for the games. Wilmette home field. Fly ball taken for the out. 2 away. Lock and load and pitch outside a ball. I was thinking about it the other day, really yesterday, real time, covering New Trier sports as I have about every 4 years or so. There's a player that's come across as what one might call a superstar, a little cut above everybody else. Strike 3, and we're done with the top half of the second inning. Go to the bottom half of the frame. And Patrick Gentleman, the batter. Here's a strike. I mean, of the sports I cover. I mean, I'm not counting superstars in other sports because I can't. I can't say they're superstars because I didn't see them play. I'm just talking about the players that I saw play. And it's been about it. The average is about every 4 years that I run into somebody who's just a little bit above, a little more focused, a little more to watch them, they're a cut above everybody else. Ground ball, third baseman over to first. And they start back 28 years ago. I suppose 29 years ago. Ground ball, third to first for the out. Well, we'll talk more about that later. And the other two, no score between Palatine and Wilmette. We'll be back with more. This is the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Cheer for your team, not against your opponent. A message in the public interest from the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Top of the third inning. And pitch low and inside the ball. But, what I was talking about, end of the last inning, I mean, the superstars. The first one, there was actually two together. Rob Woodward and 2 years later, Scott Dean. Then we went to Mark Flores. Then we went to Matt Waddick. Dusty Napoleon. Ball. Then Charlie Tilson. And Ben Breck last year. And we're just a cut above as athletes. In their time and place. I'm not saying whatever they did post high school. I'm only talking about their own high school, and it's what they bring to the table, not and then there were players that were very good, but I would say superstar players as compared to good players. I mean, it's a very narrow band. Ball four. And Maiska aboard with one out. 55-footer ball. And I'm suddenly realizing I'm sounding like Jack Brickhouse and Harry Carey instead of following the game. They've talked on about other things besides the games all over the place. There's a strike. Brent Penrose, the batter. Runner at first. One out. Pitch outside a ball. And that's what you get when you do this for 47 years. Ground ball, they'll flip to second for the fielder's choice on the first, not in time. Jack Hopper, the batter. Lying outside a ball. And 55-footer gets away, and off to second goes Penrose. fly ball, one-handed out in right field for the out. And that ends the top of the third inning. We go to the bottom half of the frame. And Matt Roth leading it off for Wilmette. And the ball inside. And when I talk about those superstar players, the people always ask me, well, who was the best player you ever saw? And I go, no, I won't do that. Each player brings his own thing to the table. Strike, both pluses and minuses. And it's not only who you are and what you bring to the table, but who you play with and who you play against. In high school sports, that changes year to year. That's a single for Roth. So Aaron Stewart, the batter. Second base strike. So Aaron Stewart bats with a runner at first. And the ball low and outside. Throw over the first runner back. There goes the runner. Stolen base for Roth. And the ball pitch high, I think. Had him backing away, but a curve back in over the plate. Yeah, strike. And ball four. So Stewart aboard via the walk and 2 on with nobody out, and Brian Kerwin, the batter. And goes to bunt, foul. Check the runners. And again to try the bunt and fouled away. And strike three. Here's Evan Hummel.
I'm so glad you said that.
And a strike one. And a little ground ball. Second baseman will flip over to the shortstop on the first out in time. Fielder's choice. And runners at the corners. Cal Capone, the batter. And a strike. So we hope you enjoy our broadcast. You can always watch our games on demand. Fall ball. Watch the games on demand on YouTube at any time. Not all our games are on there, but this game will be available on YouTube on demand. Foul ball back to the screen. Another wake-up call for you. Fouled away. And pitch outside the ball. Stolen base, uncontested by Evan Hummel. Second stolen base of the inning. And strike three. And Capone out. At the end of three, no score between Palatine and Wilmette. We'll be back. You are watching the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Parents who host lose the most. Don't be a party to teenage drinking. A message in the public interest from the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Top of the fourth inning, JT Streepy leading it off. And he did get hit by the pitch, grazed by it. And Streepy aboard. And Matt Helms, the batter. And strike. So they're going to miss strike. I think one thing that I have seen over the 47 years is more recently we've lost focus about what's important. Much more focus about getting noticed than the lack of. They talk about team, but they really don't mean it. Up against the fence. And Helms in the second with the double. And Streepy to third. And Jake Mortal, the batter. You know, everybody's talking about college scholarships and things like that. It's not where you play, it's how you play. How you play is determined by how you practice. And too much of this, there's a base hit single. That's going to score a run. And runners at the corners, and it is a 1-0 ball game. For Palatine in the lead. At just about the halfway point of the ball game here. Scooped out a fly ball. Coming in. Nice catch. Here comes the throw. And they're going to get him by a mile out at home. The double play. Eddie Harvey to Dylan Horvitz. Throw to first. Runner back. So 2 out. Nice. Fantastic throw, actually, by Eddie Harvey. Right on the money. And Matt Helms, it wasn't even close, is out at home by a good 5 feet. Ball back. And foul ball. And strike three. And we're halfway home in the ball game. But Palatine leads this one 1-0. And Anthony Calarco laying it off for the Waves. Outside the ball. Second to miss, strike. Or actually fall back, I guess. Hot shot foul. And outside the ball. And strike three. Calarco out, and Dylan Horvitz, the batter. And the ball low and outside. But I seem to be preaching to the wind. Parents want to send their kids all over God's green earth to get noticed. There's always a place for a player to play. And all this talk about playing in Guam to get noticed is just so ridiculous to me. You're doing such a disservice, I think. Strike. And strike three. And Horvitz is out. 2 up, 2 down, and Patrick Jolliman, the batter. .55-footer outside a ball. And fly ball to right field. And the Waves go quietly in the fourth. At the end of 4, it's 1-0. Palatine leading Wilmette. We'll be back. This is the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Drive now, text later. A message in the public interest from the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Top of the 5th inning in a snappy ball game here. Yeah, what I was talking about last inning, there's a base hit single to lead off the inning. And back to the top of the batting order backs. Meiska leading it off. The leadoff batter. Strike. Runner at first. Now, kind of what I was talking about in the last inning. I actually had a parent this year. I won't tell you the sport or the team, but basically, as they pop out for the out, here's Brent Penrose. He's got himself a single. New pitcher on the mound, John Robinson on the mound. But the parent attacked me because I wouldn't say that his son, the mother did too actually, that I wouldn't say that their son was the best player on the team and that I was taking, quote unquote, a scholarship away by not highlighting their son on the broadcast and on the video editing. And all I could say was, you know what, they're team sports and everybody's got a role to play. Well, they didn't want to hear that. And the reason I'm saying that was, well, you say, well, that's a unique experience, something. But I'm finding more and more of that just about every sports season. Now, I have a parent who absolutely deals with that. Strike three. And we're done with the top of the 5th inning very quickly. Go to the bottom half of the frame. And Nathan Shapiro winning it off. Balls it off. And you can say all you want about, well, let your parents shut up, let your kid be a kid. And, you know, it's not about scholarships, you know, whatever, but parents don't. Less and less want to hear that. These are parents, I suppose, of the kids that grew up. They grew up in the Ronald Reagan years of individuality. Me, myself, and I. This Shapiro flies out to center. And they are extending it on to their kids here. Eddie Harvey, the batter. Ball. Swing and a miss, strike. And pitch low ball. Bottom of the fifth. And foul ball. And strike three. Caught him looking. 2 down. And Matt Roth, the batter. He was safe on a single last time up. And a little ground ball, shortstop. Up throwing and threw it away. And threw it offline. And Roth aboard via the error. Here's Aaron Stewart. Strike on the outside corner. And scooped it, and it's a dying quail in for the base hit. To right, and 2 aboard with 2 out for Wilmette. And Brian Kerwin, the batter. Matt Roth all the way to third on that single. And a wake-up call. Outside the ball. And a ball low and outside. Low ball and stolen base uncontested for Aaron Stewart. So 2 in scoring position with 2 out. And a little squibber ground ball. Third baseman charges, throws to first in time. And we're done with 5. It's 1-0. Palatine leading Wilmette. We'll be back with more. This is the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Be supportive, not intrusive. A message in the public interest from the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Top of the 6th inning. Matt Helms leading it off. Matt sent a deep double to right the last time up. And a little fly ball right to center. Take it for the out. 1 up, 1 down. Jake Bartle, the batter. Pitch high and outside the ball. John Robinson on the mound. Swing in a little foul tip, strike. And pitch low ball. Well, we got a snappy ball game here today. Like them when they go fast. Outside the ball. Yeah, strike. And ball 4. So Mortal aboard. 1 out. 1 out. Swing and a miss. Strike. High fly ball, a little triangle shot. Taken by the left fielder for the out. Nice job, Kyle Capone. With the catch, 2 down. And strike. And went fishing for something up in the eyes. Swinging a bit, strike. And again, a high one, fouled off. Windshield whacker back behind us. Another one high, a ball. Well, if he went fishing the first time, maybe we can get him to go fishing again up there. I think that was the thought of the Waves. And a little pop-up. Second baseman, shallow right. Heads it for the out. And we're done with the top of the 6th inning. We go to the bottom half of the 6th inning. And it remains 1-0. Palatine leading Wilmette. Evan Hummel leading it off. Takes the pitch low and outside the ball. And a ball. And strike to Hummel. Batting here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Little ground ball right through the left side of the infield for the single. And Hummel aboard with the leadoff single, and Kyle Capone, the batter. There goes the runner, there goes the throw, and they got him. So 1 away. Strike on the outside corner. And a pitch low ball. Scooped and fouled off. And strike 3. Drop 3rd strike, the throw, they got him. 2 away, and Anthony Calarco, the batter. And takes a pitch outside for a ball. Well, we hope you enjoy these broadcasts wherever you may be on our network line, either cable or the internet. There's a fly ball, and that's deep and up against the fence. Might have been a little misjudged out there by the left fielder, but Kalerko with the double. And Dylan Horvitz, the batter, takes a ball. Third hit of the ball game for the Waves. 1-0, Palatine leading. And dogs got to bark in the Horvitz house tonight. Ground ball, one hopper, shortstop. Long throw on the high throw, but on the tag. Got him for the out. And we're down with 6. It's 1-0, Palatine leading Wilmette. We'll be back. The Metro Chicago Sports Network affiliates: New Trier Television, Comcast Northern Cook County, Highland Park Access, Southeastern Lake and Northeastern Cook County, AT&T Uverse, WOW, RCN Cable, and selected games on YouTube. Respect, sportsmanship, citizenship. A message in the public interest from the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Well, we move along to the top of the 7th inning. And Palatine leading this one 1-0. Kind of a classic game between these two teams. Rather similar to a lot of these games. Scooped and half swing, base hit. Leadoff single. Opposite field, half swing, just got it to drop. Pop foul, throw to first, double play. So 2 out. And Brent Penrose, the batter. And takes a pitch low, ball. And a high pop-up. First baseman Kalerko takes it for the out. And we're down at the top of the 7th inning. We go to the bottom half of the frame. And it's 1-0. Patrick Gentleman leading it off. And strike one. Gentleman, Shapiro, and Harvey go up. Ball back. And a ball. And strike 3. So gentlemen out. Here's Nathan Shapiro. And outside of ball 1. Little foul tip, got a little piece of that one. Outside of ball. Ground ball and a whoopsie by the third baseman. And Shapiro aboard and Eddie Harvey, the batter. They look over the pitch. And a base hit to left. Single for Harvey. And 2 on. And Matt Roth, the batter, throw the first runner back. Ball. Runners at the corners. With 1 out. And strike. Growth, the single, save on an error. And 2 previous plate appearances. Takes a pitch low ball. And Roth hit by the pitch, and the bases are loaded. So the Waves have the surf up, and Aaron Stewart, the batter. And strike on the outside corner. And a blast. Back it goes. Back. And a grand slam home run walk-off for Aaron Stewart. And the Wilmette Waves win it 4-1. Aaron Stewart with a blast to left field. Wow. And Wilmette wins this one 4-1. Final word on this ball game then for Wilmette. Winning it in dramatic fashion, 4 runs, 5 hits. No errors. They were struck out 6 times. They were walked just once. 4 left on base and 2 stolen bases. For the Palatine Pirates, 1 run, 6 hits, 2 errors. They were struck out 5 times. They were walked 3 by Waves pitchers, and they left 7 on base. So that'll do it for us for this ball game. Remember, you can watch this game again on demand at any time on YouTube. And for all of us here at the network, hope you enjoyed the broadcast. And we say, as always, thanks for watching, and so long, everybody.